What's up, everybody? We're back. He said, she said, or we could say she said, he said, whichever way. We'll switch it up each time. We're back. I'm Scoob.
What did you say?
And Tatiana here. Hey, what's up? Back with our 10-minute hit you quick podcast on Christmas Day.
Yeah, exactly. So Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas to you too. Probably feels more like Christmas to me because it's snowing where I'm at, and I don't think it's snowing where you're at.
Yeah, well, it's pretty warm and sunny here, so yes, it's not that much snow here.
That's awesome. That looks so, and I just love that. It just looks so beautiful there.
So what do you think about Christmas, Scoob?
I think it don't feel like Christmas this year. I will admit that it's the first Christmas that I know everyone says that a lot, and I don't like to keep that kind of mentality. I like to keep a good positive mentality, but it's a little bit of snow, so it's making it feel a tiny bit like Christmas, but it just seems a little bit off this year, I will admit.
And what do you think about Christmas in general?
I love Christmas.
Okay.
I love the Christmas spirit. I love that spirit, the spirit of things, right? The spirit of things fires me up, and I love the Christmas spirit. So how about you?
Me, I love the Christmas. I love Christmas for sure, and I think Christmas have a lot to do with how you feel actually as a person. Mm-hmm. And thank God I have a nice relationship with myself. So whether I do Christmas by myself or with my boyfriend or with my family or whatever it is, I always love it. And I love to spoil myself, and I love to spoil everybody around me. And I also like the idea of the whole Jesus idea. I'm not religious, but I'm very much I very much like the little story and all the compassion and all the struggle and coming up. I just love all about it. And I also love watching all the fairy tales and stuff like that. So for me, it's definitely time to chill and time to reflect and appreciate. That's for sure.
I 100% agree with you. Everything you said, I mimic the same feelings. Honestly, it's the same way. I like even the Jesus story and all that. I think it's really cool. And also, like, we're going into a new year, right? So it is this time to kind of just decompress for a minute over the year, take a deep breath, kind of work some stuff out and go into this new year. I don't so much, I try to work on that stuff all year long. So I don't really like it's all of a sudden time to change in the new year. No, it's just time to kind of realign and get things back in order, so to speak, is the way I kind of look at it.
Yeah. So what do you think about the New Year's resolutions and stuff like that? Do you think they work or not?
I don't. I honestly don't, because I see them fail with so many people. My thing is you should be doing them all year long, and you should be working on that all year, because you're going to go on these roller coaster rides with any kind of resolutions if you started in March, right? You put too much pressure on yourself. My theory, from all of a sudden in January now going, I got to do all this, lose weight, build a business, but it's too much. It's too much.
I think they just can't work. I think it's the same thing like you say, like, since tomorrow I'm gonna be losing weight, or since tomorrow I'm quitting smoking. So I think they're totally not totally. I guess some people can do it for a week or 2 and 3 before they drop.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I think anytime, like you said, anytime you put the pressure on yourself and the pressure comes from ego and doesn't come from alignment, I don't think it's actually going to work. So yeah, maybe like a small resolutions, like a little thing, I don't know, every day I'm gonna be taking my trash out. That might be okay, but
I so agree with that. I was almost just gonna say that. Take small little, because that builds the momentum, right? That gets the momentum going a little bit. Then you can build on top of that. If you start too big, it's just too much. Your brain gives you the middle finger. It's like, nah, and you got to have so much willpower now that you don't have it. It's just, I don't care. You don't have it. You got to get clear, and then you'll get the confidence. Don't try to start with the confidence to get the clear. It's not going to work.
So how do you get your willpower? How do you get your willpower up?
How do I get my willpower up? I get clear. So I find clarity. If I find clarity and vision in what I'm seeing and my goal, and I get real specific with it and I visualize it, now that gives me confidence. I start and I find a big enough why. I know that's old cliche stuff and you hear that everywhere, but if your why is big enough, it is about your why, right? Then it becomes clear and then I get confidence. I don't try to start with confidence.
How do you get clarity though? Because you know, I've got my own answers, but I like he said, she said. So what he says about
How do I get clarity? I get clarity. I get clarity through many different ways. I get clarity through meditation, through breathing, through yoga, through, and then in intuition, so to speak. So if the clarity says to me, if I feel a little glitch in it, then it's not right, you know.
that's
But I get real silent and calm and pay attention to that. And when I don't and just go for it like that, sometimes I make a massive mistake. I follow my head instead of my heart.
I totally agree with you. I believe if it doesn't go easy, it's not meant to be. Like, you know, sometimes people, you know, push, and I'm like that too. You know, I think everybody sometimes pushes and stuff like that. And I still push through some things that don't seem to be working now because inside I feel eventually they're gonna work. But I think clarity is a lot about like the flow, right? Like where your soul spontaneously flow. But then sometimes people also speak about the intelligence of your body, and then they start to eat bad food because they say my body wants it. So that's when you already have so many bad habits that the body is a bit confused. And same with the clarity. You might have so many limiting beliefs, and you might have so many beliefs that aren't even yours, and believing in money, believing in having family, believing in having kids, whatever the beliefs are, and then you start to chase those because you think you're aligned with them. But I think it's really important, maybe even around this time of the year, just really to sit down and give yourself a few real questions, like would I do this if I was a billionaire, or would I be with this person if I could be anywhere with anyone, right? Or by myself, or how much do I love myself, or
I absolutely agree with that. Yeah. And I think you'd be better off, instead of trying to make these big goals for the new year, just sit down and write things out and get clear first. Just get clarity. Don't set a big, massive goal. Just get clear on some things you want to do. And then as the time, just let it go and let it flow on its own. And then start to write them goals out and take them small and get wins. If you get a couple little wins and you pile them on top of each other, it's going to be a lot easier, right?
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So anyways, we have 3 more minutes. I don't know.
I'm glad. I was just thinking, did we even look at the time? I have no idea where we're at. I keep forgetting to look at
because I know how much you and I can talk. So
I know. We got to. With me and you, we could go.
So yes, you have 3 more minutes. Anyways, let's speak a little bit more about the clarity, because I think so many people would like to know this. When do you know, or how did you first realize you were maybe following a wrong path?
Myself personally, I get I feel it in my chest. I feel tension. I don't. You said a big one, flow. I'm a motocross racer. We know that, and one of the big things in motocross is finding flow. So you flow on this track. So I know flow really well. And if I can't find flow, and I can't get into where 10 minutes feels like 8 hours in a day goes by in 10 minutes, then that, to me, that's a sign I'm going the right direction. If not, it needs to be changed.
And I think that's why I really like speaking with you and like working with you or cooperating with you, whichever way we gonna call it, because you nail it. I think it's all in the bodily sensation. And so many people are disconnected from their bodily sensations, and they're looking for the answer in their mind, in their analytical and logical mind. And then they really struggle, right? And they stay in relationships that aren't working because of the kids or because of the money. And they totally disconnect themselves from the physical feelings. But it could be small things, right? It doesn't need to be a big thing. It could be really a small thing. Where should I be for Christmas, or whatever? But yeah, I think the bodily feeling is a huge one. It's great to connect to them. How do you connect to your bodily feelings?
How do I connect to them? I connect to them through meditation, through breathing. Breathing is one of my biggest ones. And yoga, also yoga, and also not yoga like we talked about before, not the old, all the moves and everything. Yoga of just being the old school yoga of just breathing and being calm and finding good posture so I can get my spine aligned to the universe, so to speak, and have that ray of light come down through me, right? And also also I wanted to say really quickly was just realizing your body might have become your mind, and your body's not your mind, right? And then if your body starts to become your habits, that's getting bad. That's not good. Your habits that your brain has picked up bad wise, you know.
Exactly. And it's sometimes, so for so many people, it's actually so difficult to realize they have a bad habit, because that's who they are. That's how they've been working for 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years, whatever. So they might not even know they have a bad habit. Anyways, we are on the last minute. What is your last thing you would like to spread to the world?
Well, I just want to spread myself personally big love, because it's Christmas, and just really give a hug and love to the Christmas spirit, and everybody just to enjoy the new, riding into the new holidays. And I really hope that what we just spoke of just kind of makes you look at it and aware of it, maybe in a different way. And you start off with just a little clarity, a little love, and a little smaller goals. And maybe that by next year at this time, when we're doing this for our 365 episode, people are like, that helped me so much.
Exactly. Same for me, guys. Like, lots of love. Merry Christmas. Be in the spirit of the Christ energy, which is a beautiful, compassionate energy. And yeah, enjoy. Be happy and love and joy. That's why we are here.
Absolutely. See you guys, everyone. Peace and love. Out. See ya. Bye.